Hello, hello, lovely creator beings. Hello, hello. How are you? Can someone give me some heart emojis if you can hear me? I think you can hear me. I'm seeing some great comments already rolling in. Go ahead and drop your questions. Absolutely. Go ahead and get in here and we'll get started. Go ahead and get in
Oh,
here
well,
and we'll get started. We can hear me because I tested it on my phone and there I am. Okay. We're good. We're good to go. Okay, let's get rolling. For those of you that are here already, keeping in mind we have a full moon tomorrow in Cancer. So there may be some more emotions coming up than normal. You also might be really moved to rest and do a lot of self care. All right. Cancer is all about self care. Cancer is about the home, the hearth, the family, spending a little time maybe on the home and on your inner home as well. So, just a little reminder for everybody to make sure that you get that time. All right. We also have another astrological placement that I wanted to talk about. We've got a north node in Pisces and a south node in Virgo. So Pisces is the fish. It's all about flow, swimming, going with the flow. Plans might not go as expected. Virgo, more of a list, analyzer kind of energy. Everything should go like this, right? So considering that Pisces is in the north, the more we go with the flow, the better we're probably going to be. Okay. So sometimes the universe has things in store for us that we wouldn't forecast for ourselves necessarily, but it might be in our best interest, just something we haven't thought of. Okay. All right. And I have at the beginning of the chat, of the live chat, if you scroll up, if you resonate with your mini reading and you'd like to leave a tip or a love offering, I put links up there for you. For the ladies, I'm also going to let you know that my friend and colleague Amoya is doing a free course this week, and I will drop her course in here. It's called Design Your Rich Queen Life. And that can mean a lot of different things, okay? I'll put a link in there. If anybody's interested, you can click on that and sign up. You'll get on her newsletter list or email list, and she's probably going to sell her program during the program, but I have known her to be super cool about it. She's not pushy, salesy, and you don't have to buy anything. You can just come and enjoy her content and enjoy the course and get some really good tips for designing your rich queen life. So, ladies, if you're interested, make sure to click on that link. All right, let's get to questions. Let's get in there. Anne's here, Kim's here, Tina's here. Yes, I love it. I love it. Hello, hello. All right, Kimberly says, hi, thanks for the live readings. My pleasure. And may I ask for a message in regard to my health and the next best steps? Absolutely. We're going to go with the Crystal Visions Tarot here. And then I'm also going to get a card from the Illuminated Earth Oracle for you. All right, so for Kim's health. Okay, and an Illuminated Earth Oracle card. All right. And I'm going to say right now, one of the symbols for you, Kimberly, that's sticking out from these cards, and I'll show it to you in a minute, is the Ankh. Do you have an Ankh? Do you work with the Ankh energy? That might be important to you. There's something that really wants to be nurtured and brought into wholeness within your body. Okay. I am really noticing multiple things here, and there's energies coming through that transcend the physical. But I could definitely feel how you might be having physical manifestations or symptoms here. There's this balance between masculine and feminine that wants to come in for you. Okay. And then we have a little baby here. There's a part of you that really needs some sort of nurturing. And I don't know if you've landed on exactly what that nurturing is yet. To me, it feels like a therapy or a therapeutic kind of solution, maybe one that you have not considered or that has been coming into your field of awareness that you can go for and try out and see if it works for you. I like how they're kind of submerged in the lagoon, right? There's still some mystery here. There's still some we have to kind of flow with things and test out things, but I do sense some sort of therapeutic benefit to something. And then also I'm just getting the word whirlpool. I don't know if you need to go in a whirlpool or if some sort of whirlpool or jacuzzi would be helpful for you. I don't know, but that's coming up for you. On the other side of that, and we're not going to freak out here, okay? Just because we get the death card and you asked about health doesn't mean it's your time, okay? And I don't sense that at all. But if we really look at the card, look how the character who we might say has passed or has had some sort of cycle death happen in her life, she is being illuminated and transformed into a new energy. And so whatever it is you're dealing with your health and the imbalance, because I do feel the imbalance going on, it is transforming you into a higher octave with your health. We've got the peace lilies at the bottom of this. I love this image. It's so potent, right? And we do have, guess what? The angel of death holding the staff with the ankh on it. Again, I feel the ankh represents masculine and feminine energies. This could be hormone related. Hormones could be playing a bigger role than you've previously suspected as well, or something is throwing the hormone balance off. Now, with this energy too, Kimberly, this is Scorpio energy. You're going deep into this. You're going deep into this one. And I feel that you're going to be rooting up something that has prevented you from having the balance before. You're going to be digging up a new therapy that works for you. And it's really, really interesting here, the card that came up next, relationship. Now, first, I want to kind of go with relationship to your body. But I also feel that as you resolve this health issue, you're going to be poised to welcome in a new relationship or relationships into your life. And we almost have these like little space rocks or meteors coming in. Definitely cosmically, universally guided and inspired connection here. And it comes from a place of alignment in your own physical body. There's something that's opening up as a result of this. Opening exercises for your body, opening for the throat, opening for the heart, opening for the womb, if you know what I mean, the feminine, into, I like how we have kind of these two triangles aligning you, bringing you into a position. So to receive this relationship or for this relationship to come in. And so that is really interesting to me. It could also be pointing out that you are in your transformation in this death card, you are going to be transmuting and releasing out the types of relationships you've had in the past in a brand new energy. Like I said, very cosmically orchestrated here. It's coming in for you as you continue to dig up the roots and really get into this health issue and your next best steps. So I hope that helps you. And I know you'll tell me about it. I want to get on to questions because I know people are dropping them, but we will keep in touch on that. And you'll have to let us know how it goes. Wishing you all the highest and best for your comfort and your health and your alignment there. Anne would like to know what words of wisdom your spirit guides have for you. Ooh, okay. Whew. Okay, we're going to go again to the Crystal Visions Oracle. Then I think I'm going to get a little animal message from our wild unknown. Ooh, my, the emotions are popping. Emotions are definitely related, so far, at least for the two of you that have asked questions. Emotions are definitely playing a part in the questions that you're asking. You feel a certain way about it. Okay, and you first got the Eight of Cups. Now, when we think about emotional energies and we think about relationships, the Eight of Cups is a turning away from love or a walking away from love. And I'm getting the feeling that your guides would like you to know that you don't have to turn away from love and possibility of relationships. It might feel okay for some time, but this Eight of Cups energy, it's minor arcana, so it will be a passing energy, like a phase that you kind of walk through. And I'm getting a real sense to say, don't give up and don't sell yourself short, that you cannot still have the relationship that you desire. And on the other side of that, you have partnership with the Two of Cups. And look how youthful and innocent this card feels. They're exploring something very beautiful together. And so if it's not necessarily romantic love that you're seeking, companionship, companionship and friendship, and someone that you can trust, someone that you can be vulnerable and be yourself with and share your soul, your spirit, and who you are. And the energy that I get is when it's the right person to walk with, whether it be friendship, companionship, romance, you will feel younger. You will feel more youthful when their energy comes in. The other thing I'm getting is that it is so, so important for you to keep your heart open, and that it's not only your greatest protection, but it's your biggest like magnetic force is through your heart. And right in the middle of the reading, we have the whale. You can't get a bigger energy than this, right? Now, there may be some emotional processing and some big emotions that come up for you when you tune into this energy and when you're really working on opening your heart. Because when we open that heart, anything that's sitting in there that's pain, that's hurt, that's trauma from the past is going to say, oh, now I can escape. Now I can be relieved. Now I can go. So it'll come up and out. Just let it come up and out and continue on, right? And really begin having dialogue with yourself. And this doesn't have to be you reciting anything or necessarily writing anything like that. I get that it might just be better to sit down and listen to some of your favorite music that puts you in a calm and open kind of mood, you know? Whoa. Do you guys hear that beeping? I think somebody's honking at one of my neighbors. But yeah, your message is being reinforced. Your spirit guides had the horn honking there at that time. Whale energy would be lovely for you to work with. You have a big heart. In fact, you have a big heart, and I think there's been some protection of it. And there's been a part of you that wants to give up because it feels easier, but it's really important for you to recognize the game isn't over here. Don't give up on yourself. Keep your heart open because there is companionship, there is love, there is friendship for you. And it really feels like it's important for you to explore that path and not choose a life of solitude. And I'm not knocking solitude. I love my solitude at times too. But for you, it's important to open up to that. All right, Anne. All right, Tina. Tina's on. And let's see. You're in need of a new stone to recharge your inner self. My current various quartz, crystal, and colored stones have been cleansed and recharged, but I'm not feeling energy from them. Okay. Got it, Tina. And the first stone that came up that I'm getting is blue kyanite. Do you have blue kyanite? I have some. Hang on. It's like right over here. One second. And I didn't pick that because it's sitting on my table. I sleep with this in my pillow and I happen to be washing the linens. But blue kyanite, this is a very like a rough version of it. It comes a little more polished. This one has some inclusions in it. What's nice about this and what I get for your energy, and I'm still going to pull some cards for you with this. I do not have my crystal deck with me tonight, but what's nice about this stone is self-cleansing. So you do not have to worry about cleansing it. I don't even charge mine necessarily. You can, and we've got a full moon tomorrow, so if you can get your hands on some of this before then, you could put it out in the full moon to charge it. But, a lot of times if it's not a full moon or I'm not going to use like a solar charge like the sun, I just use my own heart, my heart core essence. I put it to my heart and I have a little conversation. So also, I do get the sense that your journey with some of the stones and crystals you've worked with is complete. That's why you're not feeling energy from them anymore. And they may come back around later and be the kinds of stones that you work with again. But for now, like your part of the journey with them is complete. So if you're feeling good about letting them go, gifting them, or even burying them, or burying them by a tree or something that you can come back to later, you can certainly do that. If you have a water, like a creek or something, you could gift them to the creek, something like that. But I feel like your journey is somewhat complete with those stones. Yeah, so try the kyanite. I'm not even gonna I'm not let me pull some cards before I say any more about like the properties. I do get that the stones you're gonna be working with now may not be the clear or translucent ones. Like we need some more opaque looking stones for you right now for some reason. Maybe you're just working with a different aspect of yourself here, or working with aspects of yourselves that you can't quite see yet. And I know it might seem counterintuitive. Well, I'll use quartz crystal then to clear, but no, not for you, not this time. Okay. All right. We're going to get you. Yeah, I want to get you, I don't know why, but I'm going to get you a divine essentials counterpart oracle here. But we're going to go from the perspective of the crystal kingdom as your counterpart, okay? Not necessarily a person. We'll go with the crystal kingdom. Oh, whoa. Um, your crystal kingdom messages, your hands are magical. You always know exactly where and how to touch me. Ooh la la, So these crystals are vibing with you for sure. Right now, this deck is meant to talk about people to people, but I thought it'd be fun to do that. And I think knowing that you do deliver energy and magic through your hands is so important. And I'm wondering if you ever do any like healing touch kind of work, or a lot of people do reiki, but I get more like a healing touch for you. So your crystals really enjoy being a part of your energy and enjoy working with you and feel respected by you because you know exactly where and how to handle them. So, isn't that fun when we look at it from a different perspective? Okay, you got the 7 of Pentacles, and this could be like a picture of you working to pick out, okay, which crystal, which stone do I want? There's another one that's popping into my head now, and it's actually there's 2 more, and they're all kind of this blue color, this really soft blue. Blue lace agate is coming up as well, and angelite. So maybe just get to your local shop or wherever you purchase and check those out and just really go to the one that you feel drawn to. Now, he's kind of here taking notes, so it might be, of course, good to get some of the properties, but I think with you, I think you actually have to hold the stone. Ordering online for you might not work as well. I think you need to hold the stone in your magical hands and like you will feel the zing of the right one. The nice thing about the kyanite though, it doesn't have to be cleansed. It self cleanses, which I love because sometimes I forget, to care for my crystals that way. Okay. Queen of Cups energy came up for you as well, Tina. And this is about you utilizing the crystals and stones in a way that you are aligning with your magic and filling your own cup. Okay. I I honestly feel like you have gifts and talents that they're operating really beautifully when you use them, and I think you're using them, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think you're using them in your life, on your like in your spiritual journey and for your benefit and the benefit of the people around you. But you have some gifts that could be put to use in an actual healing practice if you wanted to. The Queen of Cups keeps her cup full. She knows how to keep it full. She knows how to get more water. She knows how to take care of herself, and therefore she can hold the space for others. So even if that seems like, oh, whoa, how would I even go about that? Well, maybe it's just, find some people around you want to trade with and begin asking, hey, who would like to have a healing session with me? Now, I don't know what that looks like yet. You may be considering different ways to work with it. Maybe you'll do crystal readings for people with your magical hands as well. Crystal readings, like where you have crystals and you lay them out for people and then you read the energy. That could be a possibility too. You seem very connected in with the crystal kingdom, very connected in with that. And I'm really loving the light blue color for you during this time for some reason, those stones. So we've got kyanite, blue lace agate, and angelite that we're popping in. All righty. Cool. Love crystals. Fun. People saying hi to one another. I love it. Okay. That's awesome. Okay. Hi, Carly. How are you? Carly Love. Question: when will my Aquarius reach out again? And what will come of that? We had a huge falling out today. Ooh, Carly, I'm sorry about that. That's rough. When will your Aquarius reach out again? And what will come of that? Okay. Let's get you a few cards here from the Crystal Visions Tarot. And I forgot to mention, over to the right of the chat, there's some little like hearts and parties and 100s and fun emojis. You hit those, and also make sure you like the video. It'll get it out to more people. But if you have not asked a question yet, but you're on here, go ahead and drop a question. And then if more people don't roll on, we'll that way those of you that are here might get a second question. So keep that in your back pocket just in case. Everyone did so good coming on and getting their questions like already early. So, and we've got some other new people coming on too. Courtney, hi. All right. And Mary Jana, hello. All right. So, Carly, you're Aquarius. I got to get another card here. We're going to go again with the Divine Essentials Counterpart Oracle this time. Your Aquarius, a message from your Aquarius. Oh, what is going on today? Your Aquarius definitely is physically attracted to you, Carly. You are incredibly sexy. I can't stop imagining all the things I want to do to you. So I don't know what the falling out was about, but the passion and the physical attraction is definitely online in this relationship. Um, did the Aquarius or you or both of you get a little bit scared about the intensity of the connection? Kind of feels like things got intense, and maybe when we have these really strong physical connections and it's very passionate. It at times, people can come out of that and feel a little like, "Whoa," or that tantric energy of 2 people coming together like that is super healing, and if somebody's not ready to do their healing, you know what I mean? So did somebody get a little freaked out and think things maybe were too intense or too revealing? One or the both of you? The 6 of Swords is moving to, calmer energies. Maybe this is just one of those situations where the engines kind of burned real fast and they need a moment to cool down. You could also look at this as possibly like 6 days. You've also got a 3 here. So 3 to 6 days when they might reach out again. And you're going to have to prepare yourself, Carly, for that. Here's this 3 of Wands. How are you going to handle it when they reach back out? Is the falling out something that you believe can be healed? I feel like you're still making some decisions about that. I think you're still making some decisions about how you feel in your own natural energies. Does this person pull you out of your natural energies? Is there some sort of imbalance that's created when the 2 of you come together? From the power, is there a power dynamic that needs to be addressed here? Are the boundaries appropriate? The 3 of Wands is a bit of a pulling back kind of energy. So when we're looking at 3 to 6 days of, possibly waiting, I see you here considering how you're going to respond to that. And I'm not sure you're just going to go, full-fledged running into their arms necessarily. There's some things that have to be addressed in this falling out. And it's definitely put you back, like, on in a seated, she's seated here, waiting kind of position. The actual energy of you going through figuring out how you would respond when they reach out and what it is that you need to clarify and heal from this falling out, you need to go through that exercise anyway, whether or not this person reaches back out. Feels to me like they will. Maybe after a few days. A few days, like a little cooling off period, because things are like hot and heavy between you two. So they just might need a little cooling off time here. But you're really being asked to focus on, okay, how are you going to handle it? Because you don't want to get right back in and everything's hot and heavy and sexy again. And then we didn't address why we had the falling out. So that part is super important. And I was kind of getting your energy with that 3 of Wands, so I think you're going to have to be the one to say, let's put on the pause and work through this. Really feels exhausting to me too. I feel heavy in my heart, so I know these times when we are in these intense connections and something happens, it can really be draining. I'm sure some of the other ladies on here can relate to that as well. Okay, wishing you all the best, Carly, with that situation with your Aquarius. Okay, so Marijana, I hope I'm saying that right. Pretty name. I almost said marijuana. I'm not gonna lie, but I see it's Marijana, and I think that's how you pronounce it. Hopefully, I'm doing it justice there. And you said, "Will I hear good news this month?" Okay, is there good news on the horizon? for Mary. I'm just going to call you Mary for short. Thank you for coming on and being willing to ask a question. If anyone has joined that has not yet asked a question, go ahead and pop it in the chat. Okay, for Mary. Oh my goodness. I love when this happens. And I'm also going to get you from the animals here, the animal spirit. All right. Ooh, nope, this one. Oh, okay. All right. I feel like you are going to be receiving some good news. We have the Queen of Cups again. So, see how when you join the lives and other women or men show up, and we have these themes that kind of run through. Now, your Queen of Cups, I feel like, is making a toast. And this is a toast for some good news. And it's really interesting because as a part of the good news you're going to be receiving, you can see she's got a cup in her other hand and she's pouring it out. You're leaving something behind or able to finally release something when you get this good news. When you get this good news, it's like you get to fill your cup, your new cup, and the old cup is releasing and letting something go. So there's definitely a relief and a release coming in with this good news for this month. Now, you've also got the 10 of Pentacles. So whatever this good news is related to, you're going to be putting it to like the ultimate best use for yourself. I feel like you have goals and you have big plans. Oh, I said 10, but it's a 2. Isn't that weird? But that's what I feel. I feel like you have big plans, like this big wheel, and you're going to be carrying yourself forward or finally able to move forward. Look how the big wheels in the front, the little wheels on the back. It's the things previously with this situation, the things that have shaped you and they have molded you, but they will no longer be controlling you. They will actually be feeding into your new journey forward. There's definitely some release of confusion and this excitement about moving forward with your life with this good news. And then we also got the wolf. And in my mind, I'm getting a live wolf, like a live, and I'm getting a gray wolf. And it has really piercing, like amber green eyes. They're kind of like amber, and then the outer circle of the eyes are green in this wolf. And the eyes are they're very, they see through everything. And I feel like this good news that you're going to be getting is going to help you see through anything that has been confusing, that has been unclear. You're going to be seeing with this beautiful night vision, let's say even of the wolf, right? And there's just this real penetration that I feel in your vision, in being able to see something that you couldn't see before. But all in all, this feels really good. It feels like you are toasting and celebrating. So get ready to celebrate that and really feel the momentum forward from whatever this news is that's coming in. Because previously, I feel like it's really like held you back and kind of kept you in the dark about things, is what it feels. And you're going to be coming out of that dark and getting clarity. Now, the wolf is also a pack animal, so keep in mind that could have to do with your pack or other members of your family or your inner circle as well, to be sharing in that. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for joining. Courtney is here. Message for the highest and greatest good. Oh, yes. Highest and greatest good for Courtney. Whew. Okay, so we're going back to crystal visions here. Highest and greatest good, please. And if anybody wants to say if there's anything they're going to be doing for the full moon, is anybody doing like a little candlelight, little release ritual or anything for themselves? I'd love to hear about that. And Courtney, I'm going to go to the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards for you. I love Lemurian energy. I'm fine with Atlantean too. Don't get me wrong. I think the Crystal Kingdom has a lot to do with Atlantis. But I love those Hawaiian islands and that Pacific Ocean feel out there. Oh, and big prayers, big prayers. Is anyone here in California? Gosh, I'm thinking of you guys. I have cousins out there. I know some of us have friends and family out there, and it's just, whew, whew, thinking of them and wishing them all the good safety and vibes and everything, because that's huge out there. All right, Courtney. The Nine of Pentacles, and we have a tiger in this picture, almost like the tiger is like your companion, your pet, or your like your maybe even your avatar. This is really interesting. Avatar comes up, tiger. Tigers are very powerful. I think when they put the tigers up against the other big cats, like on the National Geographic or whatever, the tigers are able to complete like the strength task, or they can get really high up in a tree to like retrieve their food, right? Where the other like the cheetah can run the fastest, obviously, and things like that. But the tiger, very strong and powerful. And so I'm getting that this coupled with the Nine of Pentacles, with what you've grown in your life, specifically with your business, is extremely powerful. Maybe more powerful and maybe having longer term effects, positive, powerful effects than you can even see. There is this feel, and you got some cups too. So because I think that Cancer moon is impacting us all, there is this need for you to nourish something to do with your business, because we have a little green man face here, and the fountain is coming out, nourishing the ground below the scene here. So there's something that maybe needs to be nourished in your business. I feel like this came up before. I think there's something new coming in with business for you. I don't know if this is a new client or new referrals, or if this is something you're going to be doing different that actually helps you take care of yourself better and serves you better, because we have the Ace of Cups. This Ace of Cups, so it feels new. And I feel like this energy came up once before for you in one of the readings I've done for you, or one of the questions I've answered. Like, I think there was something coming, and it still feels like that. It's like something that's still percolating, it's still under the surface. But whatever it is that you choose that you do with your business, it's got to align with your own peace and with your own self-care and with your own cycles even. So there's something to do with that. Now, this is really cool card. This is a number 52, which would reduce to 7, and it's called the Violet Flame. And in this card, the character is very cosmically intertwined. I'll just say that. She is in her right hand. She's holding what appears to be like an umbilical cord that is going down into what appears to be like a galactic center or the cosmos. It could be representing the cosmos. And in her other hand, she's holding the light of the violet flame. And from that light, there are new umbilicals kind of going up and out of that light and into different dimensions. I think this has to do with an up level in your consciousness journey. I think it's going to be very personal to you. I think it's going to be it feels to me like, because it's very difficult for me to read this for you, because I know you're already a very aware person and you're very awake and aware, but this is like another level awakening, or perhaps your dreams. are going to present this violet flame to you. There's something deeper going on here. And I feel that it's also tied in. This is really interesting here that I see this, but it looks like a little dollar sign right behind her. So partnered in with the abundance channels. And so the violet flame would be connected to the crown and opening up the mind to something new. So the violet flame, I'm just seeing if anything else is coming through the ethers for you with that. The vibration, there's something to do with the vibration of the color violet as well in the light spectrum. I know in some of the infrared um, where you can go in and you sit and you get the infrared therapy, I know they have violet light. The violet light could be very healing for you right now. But it could also just be the way you're working with your own consciousness and that you're opening into something new. Feels like a gateway, a portal, a dimension. Feels greater than, like a bigger energy than what we're experiencing here in the world. And it's through this violet flame energy. Nothing that you have to like reproduce in the physical. It literally is the energy, one of the energies within you to work with. So that's pretty cool. Beautiful energy. Having to do with consciousness, the crown, your thoughts on something. Perhaps your thoughts on something are going to help clarify this new angle or this new relationship to your business and what you've got going on there. It feels very abundant though. I feel like you're only going deeper into that aspect for yourself. Okay, and I got some I got some confirmations from some of you. Thank you so much. Has anybody joined that has not had a chance to ask a question? Go ahead and drop your question below. I also wanted to hear about if anybody's doing anything for the full moon tomorrow or tonight. I know it's officially tomorrow. So let me know if that's the case. Okay, while I'm waiting to see if anybody wants to ask something that hasn't, or if you've asked a question but would like to get another message, since I have time here, I'm happy to do that. Go ahead and drop another one in the chat if you'd like. Meanwhile, I'm going to pull a little bit of a collective message for the group that's on here live right now, okay? And we're going to go again to the Beyond Lemuria Oracle here. It's such a beautiful deck. Ooh. This might be a little bit Tina, a little bit all of us, right? But we got number 22, the crystal keys. I love this. I love this. And you know what it feels like to me? I'm looking at this card and it feels like, you know, those huge like pipe organs that they have in mostly churches and stuff, right? But like those, I just feel like these are like those pipes that like go out and like belt out these like massive tones and sounds. I love the kind of bird-like energy I get in this depiction here of this. I mean, are they a Lemurian? I guess I'll say Lemurian. I love how it's almost like plumes, feathers are coming out and we have bubbles. It gives me the sense of like air and earth, wind and land. And I feel that this is indicating that those of you who have joined in on this call, your energetic effect, and this is a 22 master number I see here, by the way, your effect on the reality field, those of you that are listening live or on the replay, we'll even include the replays, but I think you listening live really influenced this. Your effect on the reality field is a lot greater than maybe you've ever even considered giving yourself enough credit for. And in that way, we're not talking about necessarily physical crystals here. We're talking about you as the crystal, you as the clarity. And what are you releasing? What are you focusing on? What is your concentration on? What are you not only allowing into your field, but what are you releasing into the energy field? Because the energy field and the physical earthly plane energies right now are looking pretty chaotic. And this to me feels like a card where we are bringing in fresh, clear, beautiful energies. It's hard to see, but in the little bubbles bubbling up, there are little like sacred geometry patterns, possibly even cellular. And then at the top here, we have like some koi fish. It kind of reminds me of this Pisces energy. I think this has to do with that Pisces north node. So when we're working with the nodes of the moon, right? And of the, or just where the nodes are, not the moon, but where the nodes are in the sky during this time, the Pisces energy would invite us to be more loving, to be more caring, to be more compassionate. You know, the Pisces energy is the energy that it opens the door for someone. It pays someone a compliment. It turns off the water instead of wasting it, right? It's very respectful energy of the finer details of what's going on around. And I think we're all affecting this field more than we realize in a good way. Sometimes we don't get to see the result of that until later. And I think that's where it gets a little tricky sometimes. But if you can remember that you are the crystal key and also the 22, so keep an eye on the 22nd of this month, which I think is before I come back again live on the 26th. So on the 22nd, that's like 4 days before Sunday. The next time I come on, there may be a lot of sensory experiences going on for us. Okay. So, really, really beautiful, interesting energy. Really affecting, though. I feel like we have a greater positive effect than we could even imagine. All right. So, keep that in mind with this crystal keys energy here. All right. Okay, let me know if you're still on. I want to see some comments, some emojis. Let's put them through. And would anybody like me to pull a card for them or have like a general question that I could answer for the group here? You feel free to pop it in that chat. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Keep in mind, I have links at the top of the chat if you've enjoyed this and would like to make a donation or a love offering. I'm not monetized yet, so eventually YouTube will have it where you can do it right in here. And it's really, really cool and easy. But for now, I have to copy the links. All right. I'm also, I decided to do a little bit different position than I've done the other weeks. So I'm also kind of by my little nightstand area here. And I wanted to show you all this is a Katsun Mana. And I got this at the Hopi Indian Reservation in northern Arizona. And I got to go there with some of my girlfriends. This was back in 2012. Remember in 2012? That's when I met Kimberly, wasn't it? And in the spiritual community, everybody's like 2012, 2012. And I think a lot of the energies happened in like 2020 instead. But this was one of the years that I was fortunate enough to go to the Hopi Indian reservation. And on the reservation, they do different arts and crafts. And this was an older gentleman that I got this from. And I loved this kachina because it looked like Princess Leia to me with the buns. I love Princess Leia. I love her spirit. I love the character. I love Carrie Fisher, rest in peace, as well. But I mean, look at the detail on this. This is not that large. We're looking at my hand here. And it's just these are feathers. And I think he was like $5. And I was like, that's not enough, and I ended up giving him more because I was like, somebody hand painted this, okay? This did not come off a production line. This is somebody saw the vision of this and carved this like this, right? And so I was like telling him, like, no, I know you made this. I know this took you time. I'm gonna give you a little bit more than that. Then I have some of my favorite feathers that I've collected over time or found on hikes as gifts or totems. Anybody else a feather person? I know Kimberly likes her feathers for sure. Okay, Tina. Tina's coming in. Yes, Tina. Let's make the most of this time. I still got 10 minutes. So Tina dropped a question. If anyone else wants to, they can. For your highest and greatest good for the year. Okay, Tina, I'm going to the animals first here for you. Highest and greatest good for the year. For Tina. And I'm going to do 2 animals, and then I'm going to do a tarot card in the middle. Ooh, my goodness. Tina, it looks like things are really going to be coming full circle for you this year. Realizations, illuminations, closures, maybe even wrapping up some things. Patterns and cycles, yes. So you got the 7 of Wands. And this is a really cool, I think, okay, so things are coming full circle for you. And when it relates to the 7 of Wands, look at this card. It can appear here, right, to be quite a defensive position that this character is in. So this year, Tina, you're going to be working on defensiveness, resentment, tricky energy there, feeling like you have to explain yourself to people. I feel like you're going to be letting that go. That's coming full circle this year. And instead, if we can look at this card for you, Tina, that this is you gaining a higher vantage point. This is you having the upper hand and actually recognizing and feeling it in like your own heart fire that you figured something out, and you're allowed to be proud of that. And even if other people judge you or don't like you, they're trolling, they're hating, whatever, it doesn't matter, because you've reached this pinnacle and you have a vision and you have a motivation and a desire that transcends whatever anybody else could throw at it. Okay. So we've got this fire energy here. And then on either side of that, look at these 2 circular energies. This is why I say full circle. We've got 2 of the serpents or the snake devouring its own tail. It's called the Ouroboros. Okay. We've got this full circle thing happening for you in the physical. So it's a very earthly feeling, like something very practical is coming full circle for you. So I don't know if that has to do with like career, or maybe getting your health figured out, or maybe it's that healing practice. And then we've got the spiritual angle of the sea serpent. So we have the snake with the flower of life inside it here. And we have the sea serpent with like an eye that sees in the middle. So the card, the magician card in the tarot, he has the serpent devouring the tail around his waist. So again, I feel like this year is going to be when you're unlocking your magic. It's when some sort of circuits are completing for you. And it's going to happen spiritually. This is the more spiritual feeling card. And it's going to happen very physically and practically. This feels like the more practical card here. But to get these two cards that are so very similar and the Ouroboros, something definitely coming full circle and definitely connected to the way you interpret this Seven of Wands. So it looks like for this year, there'll be a lot you're working through in that way. So yes, very interesting. Two of the same symbols. That's very powerful. Correct. Yes. Kimberly says for the full moon, I'll be placing intentions for healing and also placing my crystals in the full moon. I love doing that. I love doing that too. And now that everybody said it, I'll probably be scrambling to get my crystals out and get them all supercharged. And love your feathers and crystals. I know we do use our spiritual tools around here. Okay, great question, Tina. And I'll just show you all these three again because I think that's really powerful the way that came in. So interesting you asked about your year too, because I think that was your question for the year. Now, I did hear a little, was it Kimberly? Was this you that's, no, I think it's my friend Nicole. I have friends always sending me really good stuff. Kimberly's one of them. But my friend Nicole sent me something about resentment and how and defensiveness and how to get into a better place with that, and it has a lot to do with first identifying like where you're feeling it in your body. Like who is the, I don't want to say target, but who do you connect that energy with, or who are you resentful of? And then where do you feel that in your body? Because usually we build up resentment when we feel like somebody's done us wrong, right? Or they've done something disrespectful, or they've done something that hurt our feelings. And so, really, first identifying where you feel it and in your body, and then trying to move some energy through that part. Now, you could always use your crystals. You could always use the crystals to help you, even placing it. So if you're feeling it in your heart, just using your crystal and just spending some time with that energy. If you feel it like all up in your head, placing the crystal on your head. They have sensations, this one's very cool right now, but I guarantee you after a few minutes, it'll be really warm because it'll be picking up energy from my body. Both the temperature energy, but also just whatever energy I need to release that the crystal's going to help me with. So that could be a really interesting thing. Before we close up, I want to get one more, and I'm going to get us all to close up a tarot card for the full moon tomorrow. So one more reminder that we need for that Cancer full moon. Let's get it here. Tina's got her stones cleansing in the water now and gifting you're gifting an amethyst to Courtney. Oh, that's awesome. Here we go, y'all. King of Cups. I shuffled cups, cups, cups. This Cancer full moon is all about us really being present with our emotions. Whatever emotions come up over the next 24 hours, stay present with your emotions. If they feel good, okay, it's probably a little easier to stay present with them. But if they don't feel good, it's especially important to stay present with those emotions. That's how we achieve mastery. There's something that those emotions are supposed to be informing us. And the king is here to remind us, stay present, work with the water, work with the energy. I love that you have your crystals in water. I think using water or drinking extra water or supercharging your water, or I've even done that. I've left water bottles out in the full moon to get charged by the moon and help cleanse me. So you can do that. You can also use like affirmations on your water. I think that would be really, really helpful. But here I do get the message of it's very important for us to stay with our emotions. Okay, few more reminders before I close up. I got 1 minute. Be sure to check the description. I'll be posting the replay. In the description, I have links to my readings, my personal readings. If you enjoyed today, but you want to go deeper, check those out. I have links to my social media. I have links to affiliate links that you can get in and join in on some different things there, some discounts and things. Check that out. And I have just a whole bunch of stuff. I can't even remember at this point because I'm in this full moon energy too. But check out the description. Make sure you like it and maybe share and bring a friend next time. I'll be back again, like I said, on the 26th. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining. Go be amazing creators. Thank you for all you do and put out into the world. Sending you all the best and wishing you all the best. Until we meet again.